You listening to Tommy 2010 MC Channel. Choo choo choo. Tommy's corpse is not everything's all fucking show.
Mr. Sunshine now, not me, I'm Mr. Sunshine. I got sun on my face, I should be Mr. Sunshine.
Choo choo choo.
Footage is. Oh. I have African American friends. I don't know what this guy's talking about here.
You listening to Tommy 2010.
Oh yeah.
You listening to Tommy 2010 MC Channel.
Hey, a compliment is a tip.
You motherfucker! Get the fuck out of here! You fucking go! Don't The homeless person's home over there. Oh yeah! Oh, since we're getting cranked off.
You're having sex with the bogus.
I'm not really balding.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Can We Talk on the Foul Mouths Network, exclusively on the Patreon. And now, here he is, Mr. Fat Ass himself, Foul Mouth Ken.
Yo, Ken. Yo, Ken. Snap a Ken, a man. Yo, I'm such a gentleman, a kennelman. Yeah, tell me I'm a tempered man, a netterman. Yo, looking like my name was David Letterman. Letterman wearing letters on my back, man. Keep a track, man, swollen on the black, man. Yeah, you track, man, tractive with the tack lip. Laying back with the track with your tack lip. Yeah, getting at the tackle where we fishing. Girl, you be wishing like a salmon perform in the ocean. Yeah, what's the commotion? What is the potion? Baby, but I'm open. Yo, give me tender, give me this. NBA playoff, baby, with a twist. Yeah, it's the hockey season for the playoffs, and you know we got one game off, y'all. Yeah, we came back to the school door, and you know Three Stooges told me cool off. Yeah, swollen up with my money. That's like Drama Club dropping on the jelly. Yo, Bill and Ted got a bogus journey, but now they back for the bogus with the Ernie. Yeah, Bulletproof Monk, is you down with it? Fantasy football 29 common shit. Yeah, that's the Raiders at the draft party. You know how we get down, we the mascotty. Sipping Bacardi, chilling with my man Artie. Yeah, you know how we do, old ass party. Yo, Nipsey Hussle had to hustle and grind to get his, but what happened in the end? Took two to the back from his friend. Now he laying on a curb once again. Yeah, I don't look like a motherfucking caster. I be thrown away like a fucking pastor. It's official teaser, baby, come and check it. Baby, next year get neglected. M16-7 on the 8s. Yeah, we rolling on your motherfucking face. Recap the master hate with the master bait while I'm all up in your face. Yeah, you ain't shit with your boy. Tell me no the good friend get you a girlfriend. Maybe next year you get something. Poke a hole nut in potato head front end. Yeah, you like Jennifer Lopez? Bend over, be giving you more head. 24 hour drugstore open, and you praying and you motherfucker hoping. Yo, baby girl, the commotion. Gay guys fucking and swimming in the ocean. Yeah, well, I tell you, Magic Johnson had AIDS in '88, but now he's awesome. Why is he flousing? Like Oprah Winfrey, switching up the beat, yeah. Between scenes, yeah, you know what I mean. Daily show, keep it clean all day scene. Yo, gutter, baby, it be full of leaves. Pulling on your chest like a master thief. Yeah, but I'm rocking to the fucking core. And I'm catching wild when I rock the dough. Yo, twin bellies on my twin delis. Yeah, I got the snow pile up at the deli. Yeah, Philly, this all Cordarelli. I caught a fucking case up north with the Federelli. Yeah, episode 3, I'ma drop it. Avengers Endgame, baby, cash full pocket. Yeah, you know how the fuck we do when we rock it. Ass coat clean and chillin' like my hocket. Yo, that's mahogany. Yo, we gotta have it. Lil Peep told me something, bitch, gotta grab it. I don't even care, Budweiser comb my hair. I'm at the fucking front door, remember I'm a gear. Yo, that's the art of the motherfucking game. If you don't know nothing, man, you switch your hand. Yeah, I'm fucking heinous, cause they call it penis. Yo, big props to my man who won the WWE belt. I don't really care, cause he long time he felt. Yo, I bum rush Brett in the ring, and I fucking chopped off his little fucking thing. Yeah, fuck that, if you could take a swing. Bet you can't, give you first 5 hits. Superhero shit, game fucking over. Breakthrough, baby, this ain't no fucking Nova. I'm chilling with Jehovah, chilling with Jehovah. Witnesses the over, chilling with my Nova. Enough of that, enough of that. Wow, what a wild fucking night we had on the show Saturday night. What a fucking wild night it turned out to be. A lot of shit went off on that show, man. That show was, you want to talk about jam-packed? God damn, that show was jam-packed. We played a video game in that show. I'm not a video game, but a game show. We played a game. We talked about our WrestleMania road trip. We didn't get to show the videos that I want, but I am going to be uploading that video soon to the channel. It'll be on Patreon first. We did so much that night, and then it ends with, obviously stuff going off in the chat again. And, it always seems to involve one person in particular whenever that goes down. And now that one person has the people who were backing him and were the only ones that were really there for the dude. Now they all hate him too. So the tide is, turned for this guy, and, he's getting mad at me because I didn't acknowledge him on the Saturday night that we were getting donations, and I was on the phone and I was crocked out of my mind. Like, that's the type of shit that this dude gets mad from, because I didn't acknowledge. I was quite shocked that I saw his name up on the donation thing, because I thought he was blocked on donations and I never unblocked him, but it was a super chat when we still had super chat, which we don't have anymore. But, so I just found that weird. So I didn't really say anything, and I wasn't against anything. I'm like, whatever, man. He wants to donate $1 or $2, whatever. I'm not going to argue. I seen how he demanded his money back from Cronin and shit. So I did have that in the back of my mind. Like, now you're going to start donating to me? Like, I'm not friends with you, bro. Like, we just mended shit so our private lives are okay, and certain people stop being attacked for no reason. Hence, a lot of my friends who get attacked and don't even say anything to this guy or start fights with this dude. So, bottom line is, of course, I kind of was, in a way, also moved into that position to try to protect myself and my friends, my job and my friends, by being kind of bullied into being okay with him, because I'll never be friends, and I explained that to the dude right off the bat. Like, we are not friends. Do not hit me up like we talk buddy-to-buddy shit, because it's never happening ever again. Like, he used to come to me, and I've told this story a million times. Like, he'd come to me and he'd be like, did you hear what was said about you? Did you hear what, the joke and this and that? And would get me riled up. And then if I would have an argument with somebody, he would know about it 1, 2, 3 on air especially, and, exploit the fuck out of it. And we all know the whole story. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. I guess it just really will never end, to tell you the truth. I come to that conclusion at this point. It's not on will you ever beat it and will you get rid of it. It's all on how you manage it. You know what I mean? Like, you'll never beat it and get rid of it. It's all on how you manage it. You know? Can you manage it? And I told Scott, I'm not fighting you, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm not on this channel to fight people. This is not why I have a channel. I'm not on here to fight people. And the only people I ever seem to be brawling with is him. It's him. Every time. You know, so it's either you give up or you just keep fighting. And I'm not fighting no more. So the fight is over. There's no fighting. There's no nothing. If he is in that chat, anyone who is a mod, anyone who's not a mod, please go to the mods, come to me, and tell them that he's fucking with you. Even if he says one fucking word, which he's not going to say much anymore on his regular guy, not unless he sneaks in there because he is banned again. So you won't see him in there. And he was part of the unpurging of a ton of names. Some of the names that were up there were names of my cousin who watches us, my cousin Jason, that I thought he was a troll one night and was messing with me. And he was saying all this shit, so I banned like 3 of his backup accounts, or his one main account, like 2 backup accounts. And I never unblocked them once I found out it was him and he was kidding around me. So that was part of the merge too, because I didn't know which ones they were. And we had like over 20-something people blocked from the last almost 2.5 years. So I undid all that. And, you know, of course, Scott and maybe 5, who knows how many other people he was with getting blocked throughout the year. So Scott's main thing got unblocked, which is that one account. And then who knows how many accounts after that got unblocked that were his. So he had access up and down now with multiple accounts, I guess. Now, I'm not sitting here saying he did that's definitely him and blah, blah, blah. But come on. I mean, we all know the deal here. So, but I tried to handle Saturday night as best I could. Like I said, I think we had a great show. It was a fun time. We played the game. We laughed. We talked about the trip, you know, and it was a very fun weekend. Coming off a fun weekend with all the stress that I have going on in my life right now. And this is the list of things that I have going on right now. And some of you guys know what's going on with me right now, and some of you don't. But my mother just got out of the hospital for 3 days, on and off, going back and forth for like a week before that. It was crazy. She's got a really bad stomach. She had diverticulitis. They took out part of her colon years ago. She had a colostomy bag for 2 years. She has a bad heart, so they told her, you're never going to get the replacement surgery. You have to live with this colostomy bag the rest of your life. She said, fuck that. I'd rather die on an emergency table than to live with this like shit bag on the side of my stomach. So they did the surgery on her, and thank God she's still here. And she got it reversed. So now she has a really bad stomach, and a lot of shit fucks with her, and they don't know what it is right away. And it all leads back to her heart. So like if she's in pain with the stomach and, you know, say she has something going on with diverticulitis again, it kind of, you know, fucks with everything else too. So it, like, they took her off her Plavix, which loosens her blood up so she doesn't, you know, clog up her heart and shit, because she has stents and all that, and she wound up having a massive heart attack because they took her off that shit because of what was going on with her stomach. And it just turns into a fucking mess, man. Like, I could talk about it for hours, the fucked up crazy shit that's happened. So I got that going on right now where I'm really worried about her. My father does not eat anymore. The guy went from being a brick shit house. He looked like Hulk Hogan when I was little, my father. All right, just 5 years ago, he stopped drinking. And he's a totally different man. He used to have a beer belly the size of like a fucking Ford pickup. You guys think I'm big? You should have seen my father's his stomach, man. It was fucking utterly huge. It looked like he was pregnant. And it was all alcohol and beer. And once he quit drinking, he started losing a lot of weight. You know, normally you would if you quit drinking. But he fucking started losing it tremendously, and his whole belly went away. But now, and at one point he looked fucking amazing, but now it's starting to look like he's starting to lose too much, and it might not be healthy weight he's losing now, because it doesn't look like he needs to lose weight no more. He's lost too much now. Now you need to add a little, to be honest, my father. So he's getting very frail and old, man, which is a shame because this guy has always been a fucking, you know, he used to fight people in front of me, man, my father, you know, like he didn't give a fuck, dude. He used to have road rage and just fight people and shit. And he never lost in front of me, man. And he's a Vietnam veteran, man, so he's a sick bastard anyway. And he had like the post-war shit going on and all that stuff. So he was shot down in a helicopter in Vietnam, and he was in the ocean for 3 days floating around with 2 other people. So he's been through the ringer, you know what I mean? So he's seen a lot of shit. So he is kind of, that's why I think why he was an alcoholic when he came home from Vietnam and shit. All the way up until like 5-6 years ago. So anyway, the whole moral of that was what? I don't even remember. Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I'm getting text messages. WrestleMania, I did like it. I did give it a 7 on the show. I did say it could be an 8 to me. I know an 8 is fucking very high for WrestleMania. I get that. But I did enjoy WrestleMania tremendously, okay? There was a lot of cool spots. The whole Charlotte coming in a helicopter thing, the helicopters hovering over our heads was really cool. Being there obviously gets extra points for being there. I bet you if I watched it at home, it would have been a lot less for me. Maybe it would have been like a 5 or a 6, honestly. I think being there, you get at least 2 or 3 points out of it because it is a sick atmosphere, man. And if you have never been to a WrestleMania and you're a fucking WWE fan or you're just a wrestling fan, even if you're down and out on WWE and it's the only ticket in town you can get and you still want to go see wrestling and see the whole WrestleMania thing, but it's WWE and they suck. No, still go see a WrestleMania. It's highly worth it. Honestly. And to me, we were in the nosebleeds. I spent dirt cheap money on the tickets. They were $100 a piece, right? But we sat all the way up in the nosebleeds, right? Which I don't mind. But now going to WrestleMania and seeing how it was in the nosebleeds, I got to be honest, being a 41-year-old man, I think next year, if I do go and if I do ever do go in the future, I'm going to need to fucking definitely, definitely buy a better seat. I mean, honestly, I'd rather just be like somewhere in the mid-level, it sucked being up so high. It did. I mean, I was happy just to be there, but it did suck being up so high because it was really high up there, and it wasn't exactly fun having that. Like, and people were getting up every 5 fucking minutes, which was killing me because it was like I just sat down, and then 2 seconds later, a dude and his son get up, and I'm not going to be a dick, so yeah, I get up, we get up. And then 2 seconds later, they come back from downstairs, and we have to get up again. And then 5 minutes later, the kids got to take a piss, so they come by again. We got to get up. Then they come back up the stairs again from taking a piss, and we got to get up again. Then when they sit down, then up, the kid wants a hot dog now, and there's nobody in sight, so the father gets up, and then we have to get up again. He goes down, gets hot dog, comes back up, we got to get up again. And I'm just at this point, I'm like, listen, I wanted to grab this guy and be like, listen, you get up and you walk past me one more fucking time, I'm going to throw you off this fucking balcony. I swear to Christ, I'm going to throw you off the fucking balcony. That's what I wanted to say to this dude. Like, please stop. Please just stop. My fat ass barely fits into this seat, and you keep getting me to get up and go down and sit up. And what are we playing? Fucking musical chairs here, bro? Come on. Seriously. It was horrific. That's the only part that I'm like, you know what, man? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe next time I don't exactly want to fucking go up that high again. So I think it's worth it to buy the better seats. If you don't have a lot of money to work with and WrestleMania is in your area and you can kind of get to it, but you don't want to spend too much money on a seat, well, honestly, buy the cheap seat then wherever the stadium is, because like I said, okay, I didn't like being up there, but it was worth it because we were there, and it was just to be there was like fucking awesome. So it's worth it at the end of the day, I guess, to buy that cheap seat. If you don't have money, if you're not working with enough money to really buy like a $300, $400 seat, if you're that big of a wrestling fan, I'd say it's worth it, because you're a wrestling fan and you're like, mid-level at WrestleMania. How can you fucking beat that? That's just like, that's fucking awesome. So, either way, man, as long as you're there, if you're a wrestling fan, just to be there is awesome. So, and I really want to go to the one in Florida now, man, so bad. And I told the guys, guys, would you agree with not touching any donations we make for a whole year? We don't touch nothing. We don't buy equipment, and I don't pay you guys, and I don't pay myself, obviously, and we leave everything alone. We don't touch any donations whatsoever. And we I think within a year, maybe we could have enough that maybe 2 or 3 of us from Foul Mouths can go back to WrestleMania in Florida, you know, which would be fucking awesome, man. And if that ever happened, I would fucking definitely, like, get a better seat this time. Because, you know, like I said, man, I don't want to, my fat ass walking up all those stairs was crazy. But Hogan coming out was so much fun, man. That was fucking awesome. Raw and SmackDown, I guess, really sucked the next 2 nights after Mania. Kofi Kingston almost losing the night after and all that shit. So stupid. Last night, though, what I got to talk about now is NHL, man. The Islanders taking Game 1 last night, which was, thank God, man, they won that game. Because they definitely deserved that game. They definitely deserved to win that game, man, without a doubt. No doubt. They played the Penguins so well and to open up that game. They really did. And, you know, the Penguins are resilient, man. They're a Stanley Cup crew over there. They've won cups. They know what it takes to win. Crosby was out on the ice. He got held to zeros, bro. Donuts all around for Sidney Crosby last night as he faces off against the Islanders. Their first game in a Game 1 in the Nassau Coliseum in over 30 years. So it was a big game last night for the Islanders to win. They win it in OT. They should have won it in regulation, but they win it in OT. They get the job done, and now you can't afford to lose this next game, Game 2, which is tomorrow at the Coliseum. You cannot afford to lose it, because if you lose that game, they take home ice right back from you. Doesn't matter if you won that first game or not. You got to win this second game, period. Got to win it. You know what I mean? Why do I hear yelling now in the background? Okay, that was fucking neighbor or whatever. A lot of good games tonight on the docket. If you're listening to this on the day I loaded up, which is a Thursday, you got Tampa Bay lost their first game, which is shocking, man. You got the Bruins and the Maple Leafs, which is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see that. Bruins and the Maple Leafs. That's going to be a good series. I mean, I'm going to be paying as much attention as I can to it. But obviously my own team is in the playoffs finally this year. So obviously I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to, you know, what's going on with them. But I will stop in and see these other, I will watch them if they're on, like, you know, one of the NHL channels or something like that, one of the primetime games. I will definitely check it out and, you know, watch a Boston Bruins, you know, Toronto Maple Leafs game, because that is a good playoff game to watch, man. You know, you want to watch a rivalry game, you go watch those two fucking teams go together. That's like Rangers and Islanders in the playoffs, man. Fucking hate each other. Always are up to play each other. Those two are always up to play each other. So that'll be fun to watch those two idiots go at it. I don't like either of them. I guess if I had to pick one fucking team, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess I hate Toronto more. And it's not just because of Tavares. I've always hated fucking Toronto more. Back in 2001, the Islanders played Toronto in the first round of the playoffs, and it went 7 games. And there's a guy named Darcy Tucker who used to be on that team. And he turned out to be one of the biggest lowlifes that walks the face of the earth, with a cheap shot that he hits the Islander captain. The Islander captain at that point was a guy named Michael Pecker. And he hits this guy, lays him the fuck out, and it was a cheap shot. And everybody knew it. And the guy's out for the rest of the playoffs. And it's kind of like, here we go again. The Islanders get screwed again. You know, some cheap shot bullshit. And they let it go, and bang, here we are. We lose our best player, and these guys fucking are fine. There's not even the guy doesn't even get a penalty. You know what I mean? Guy doesn't even get a fucking penalty. So that seems to happen a lot to the Islanders, believe it or not. So, you know, it's like, but this year, a lot of things have been different. You know, a lot of things have been different this year, man. And That's the part that I feel so much better about and so much more confident about now, that things are different this year. Like the puck might come our way this year. The puck might fall our way. You know, I know going up against Pitt listen, if you beat Pitt in the first round, you know, you should be able to make quite enough damage, man, to like, you know, have the rest of the NHL like, whoa, take notice of these dudes, you know what I mean? So listen, you get home ice, you got to be the fourth best team in the East or fourth best team in the West to get home ice throughout the playoffs. So the Islanders basically were the fourth best team in the East. That's pretty fucking good from where they came the last 2 seasons before that. You know, being out of it totally every year. I mean, I think the last time we were in it was 2014, when Tavares scored the goal to put us into the second round for the first time in like 35 years. So that's some sad shit right there, you know? But it's, you know, it's a long time coming for the Islanders, man. Hey, I remember somebody saying that. It's a long time coming. But yeah, so it's been a while, man. They definitely deserve something, man, the Islanders. And this team's busted their rump, dude. This team has busted their rumps, dude. They have bought into this whole, you know, system and way that Barry Trotz plays them. And they bought into the whole system, dude. Head over heels for it. They love the system. They praise it. The defensemen praise it. The forwards praise the system. Barry Trotz they say that he's like a fucking genius when it comes to like NHL, you know, pre-gaming and, you know, scouting and, you know, all that good shit. So no wonder why this guy is a Stanley Cup contending coach everywhere he goes, because he really is a smart fucker, man. He goes out and he looks at stats like no other people do, like, and figures things out, like, and, you know, has a way of, like, it's kind of like that show Moneyball, that movie Moneyball. Like, he just approaches the game differently than any other GM or manager or anybody else in the game, and looks at stats in a way that no one else does. And, you know, those little stats sometimes tell the whole story. You know, they might not be interesting to people, the stats, but some of these stats are very highly fucking, like, you know, tell you a lot about the game and what's going on and, you know, what you really should do. If you could read between the lines of the stats, man, you know, that's what makes you great. Like Barry Trotz, man, the guy's a fucking great coach, man. You know, I don't want to get too crazy, but the team we were last year to the team that is in front of us right now is a hell of a lot different, and it's the same personnel minus a 40-goal captain. So I don't know what's going on, but something's going on in the Coliseum. Something's going on with the Islanders this year. Something's brewing. Something's going on. They're going to make it far. I have a feeling they're going to make a run at a Stanley Cup final, man. Could you imagine? I would fucking go. I would cry. That's the one team, like, you know, like I saw the Islanders win cups when I was a kid, but I barely remember it, you know? And I remember the Mets winning in '86. I definitely remember that. I remember, like, Gary Carter, God rest his soul. I remember Gary Carter, like, running around the bases and, like, slapping his hands. And I remember Mookie Wilson, you know, fucking just in the locker room, just bugging out and, you know, yelling and screaming. I remember Keith Hernandez fucking just doing fucking 8 balls and just chilling. And I remember all this stuff, but some stuff, you know, obviously it was such a long time ago that I don't remember it, you know what I mean? And that's the part that sucks, because I have no modern-day championships. No modern-day championships at all for me, man. Not by the Jets, not by the Mets, not by the Islanders, and not by the Nets, not by the Knicks. None of these teams have given me a modern-day championship. Now, the Giants, they let me see what it feels like. And I remember the Giants winning in '86. Like, it was, you know, I remember them winning in '86 the same year the Mets did. I remember them distinctly winning in 1990 because I remember Lawrence Taylor just dominating the game at that point. And I was already like 13, 14 years old, so of course I'm going to remember that. So I remember the Giants winning in 1990, all right? And it felt good to watch them win because I was more of a Giant fan at that point than anything. Then I kind of faded away from the Giants for a little, and I kind of started to root for the underdog Jets because the Jets were the underdog in this town. They were the second-rate football team, they were looked at as like the little brother of the Giants. That's what the Jets are looked at in this town. Okay? Now, to win, if you're a Jet fan, is something so glorious because it's like you step out from under being that little brother and you now run the town. And that's what the Mets did in '86 when they came out from out of nowhere and they won a World Series, and the Yankees didn't do dick that whole entire fucking decade of the '80s. The Yankees weren't involved in anything. I don't even think they made the playoffs. That's how irrelevant they were. Coming out of the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s when they won all the time. Because they won numerous titles in the 70s, numerous titles in the 60s, numerous titles in the 50s, numerous titles in the 40s. So, like, the Yankees are used to winning. But here comes the 80s roll around, and bang, not a fucking win. But then what happens? The 90s come around, and now they're the fucking team in that decade with Jeter and all those guys that won three World Series in the 90s. So it's like, you know, the only fucking decade that they sucked was 2 decades, brothers. 2 decades. You ready for this? It was the 80s, and guess when else? The last time they won a World Series was 2009. They haven't won since 2009. When it turned 2010, that started a whole new decade. 2010 to 2020 is a decade, correct? This whole entire decade, if they don't win this year and they don't win next year, which I doubt they will, that will mean this will be only the second decade that the Yankees have not won a World Series in, because they've won it in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. They didn't in the 80s for the first time. They did in the 90s a shit ton. They did in the 2000s, a couple of them, because they won in like, I think, 01, or no, 2000. They won in like 09, so they won a couple within that decade. And now here with this decade, nothing. If they don't win this season and next season, this is the second decade ever in the history of the Yankees that they didn't win. So I'm kind of happy about that. Yankees have been irrelevant for a while now. All those are clean. Some of them are dirty, though. I left them in there. I'll do the rest, Samantha. Don't worry about it. Thank you, though. Oh, my daughter's such a sweetheart. She's doing the dishes. Now get out of here! I'm sorry. I love you. But yeah, so a lot of sports talk today. I apologize if you're not into the sports talk, but it's kind of like, you know, there's a lot going on. You got baseball and hockey going on at the same time right now, which is, you know, weird for me because that never really happens for me. Because it's either, you know, the Islanders are out of it and, you know, the Mets start off and just a matter of time before they're out of it too. So it's kind of fun. And the Mets look pretty decent this year. You know, I'm not going to go nuts over their record or anything, or how their pitching looks like it could dominate the whole entire fucking Major League Baseball. I'm not going to, you know, bug out about that and start counting chickens before they hatch and shit. But the Mets should make very big noise this year, dude, without a doubt. And if they don't, I will be very shocked. And I will be, like, just at the point where it's like, okay, you know what? I don't think we ever will win. Like, it's just give it a rest now. I don't think we ever will win. You might as well wrap it up type of thing. That's the feeling I'll have after this year, if you know. But whatever, man. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to just come in and say what's up to everybody and touch bases on some shit. And last night was crazy. Saturday night was nuts. Like I said, we fit a lot into one show. If you didn't get to see that show yet and you're hearing this, my God, man, we did the game show that we've done now for 2 weeks now, and I thought it was pretty good. We had Heistman Defoe go last week up against who was it? Was it Ray Rollins? No. Who the fuck was it? I forgot who it was. I don't know, man. I'm having a brain fart. But he won Heistman Defoe. And then last night it was Mr. Too Sweet versus Connor from Always Nerdy TV. And it was a close one, believe it or not. And Mr. Too Sweet won. So he's going to face, probably going to face Heistman next week. Or if we could work something out to make the tournament even bigger and better, then maybe we'll do something like that. So either or, it'll still be fun. Yeah, so, I mean, I was kind of, the only thing that I was upset about was my phone was fucking broke for WrestleMania weekend, which Man, you want to talk about the worst fucking timing in the world? To break your phone on WrestleMania weekend is to like fucking just put yourself out of the loop. It was kind of like I said, I couldn't have planned it better. It was kind of like I said, you know what? Put it all away, baby. Pack it all up right now. Why is she staring at me right now? What are you doing? Are you putting that all away still? I told you I'd take care of it. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I said I'll take care of it. Oh, God, ball busted. Ball busters, man. Don't have kids, guys. Don't have kids, guys, out there, all right? If you don't have them already, don't even know them. Don't even know them. Because sometimes they get so annoying, you just want to... Just want to punch their face. Just want to punch their faces. Just want to punch. I just want to punch their faces. I just want to punch your face. I just want to punch your faces. I just want to punch. I just want to punch your faces. I just want to punch your fucking face. I just want to punch your fucking face. That's all I want to do is punch your fucking face, you know? That's all I want to do. That's all I want to... Hi, my name's Tim. My name's Tim, and I'm going to start a show with Tom, and we're going to name it the Timmy Tommy Show. The Tim and Tommy Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tim and Tommy Show. The Tim and Tommy Show. Welcome to the Tim and Tommy Show. Tim and Tommy, Tim, Tom. Tim and Tommy, Tim, 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 yeah. Tim, Timmy, Tom, Timmy, Tommy, Tim, Tim, yeah. Timmy, Timmy, Tom, Timmy, Tim, Tim, Tim and Tommy Show. The Tim and Tommy, Tim and Tommy, Tim and Tommy Show. I'll take you down to the show, yeah. It's the Tim and Tommy Show. This music sucks. This music sucks. But no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. This music sucks, and I can't do dick with it. They gave us so many musical copyright claims that they took away the monetization, which took away the super chat, which also took away out of their pockets because they could determine any fucking donation that came through the super chat, if it had cursing on it or it had any like something on there that was derogatory or faggot or any word type of anything like that, they were able to say, okay, now that it had that on that whole entire donation that was supposed to go to you and we were only supposed to get 30% of, now the whole donation comes to us and we give it to a charity. So that's what they could determine to do. So they could literally take every donation that goes through the super chat and take it for themselves because they could turn around and be like, well, we deemed it was inappropriate, you know? And they don't have to answer to nobody because they're their own police at this point, YouTube. So they're running wild and doing whatever the fuck they want. And don't think for a second that they haven't thought of a scheme to get even richer than they're already getting off of all these people that are putting up content and good shit and deserve to get money for, you know, deserve to be paid for because they put fucking massive amount of time and effort into doing this shit. You know, those people deserve, you know, to reap the benefits of what YouTube really was and should be still. because they took, come on, why are you going to take, in a way I'm happy because they don't get that 30% from us no more, but in a way I'm not, because a couple of my friends that donate to us, they tell me all the time, like, it's easy to hit that super chat button. It's just so much more easier, which I get, it is. I don't personally, when I donate to people that I like and I watch, I don't use the super chat. I just never do. I always use Streamlabs. I don't know why. I just always forever use Streamlabs. So, I never gave them the satisfaction, YouTube, of that anyway. But, man, I mean, think of the money that they are making, YouTube. And it's like, give us a fucking bone. Throw us a bone, dude. Like, seriously? Does everything got to be that fucking expensive? Even down to, like, the most simplest fucking thing. I'm rambling on now, though. But I seem to have lost all music and all comprehension of what is going on right now. Because, kind of fucked up right now. Kind of fucked up. I'm paying attention to 5 things at once right now. I got my daughter in the background doing what I'm telling her not to do. My mother just called me on the phone. Oh, shit. My mother just called me on the phone. And she left me a message. My dog is also, on top of all the shit that I was telling you guys before about my mother and my father. That's the whole premise of the story before that I forgot about, was how sick my parents are. But I am so lucky to still have my parents. Don't think for a second I'm some spoiled guy, because I know there are people out there that don't have their mom or their dad, or both of them are gone. And, to hear somebody else be like, oh, my mom and dad are sick. At least you still have your mom and dad, you fucking scumbag. It's like, I lost mine. So I do apologize if I'm coming off like, oh, my poor mom and dad, they're getting old and I don't want to see them get old. Hey, at least I get the privilege of seeing my parents get old. So I do take it for what it is, guys. And I don't hold any of this shit for granted. I don't take none of you people for granted at all, man. Your friendship, your support, your like just warmth, and the fucking way that you guys back me personally and Foul Mouths Network, and the way that you go to bat for us, the way that you protect us, the way that you guys talk us up, the way that you guys tweet us out, the way that you guys follow us, the way that you guys lead us, the way that you guys, come in over the donations and speak your mind and say funny fucking things, and the funny shitty things that are said sometimes, they're so bad, they're funny. It's like so bad. And those guys out there know exactly who they are, man. There's a couple of you motherfuckers out there that are so goddamn brutal when it comes to donations that are on the screen, that this guy, he hears most of them now, because now the Skype that I have works sometimes, doesn't work, works sometimes, doesn't work. You can hear the fucking donations, then you can't, then you can hear them again. And actually, found out a way that I can always get the donations running now, so everybody hears them again anyway. So, like, it's a foolproof way, and it has been working. And let me tell you something. Skype went from being a total piece of shit to actually being pretty fucking good now, man. I got to give them credit. The last update on Skype really changed the whole game. It really changed it, because now you can really, like, I don't know. It just changed it, man. I don't know. She's doing this shit again. I want to I'm going to hit my kid. I'm going to hit my kid.
I want to hit my kid. Hit my kid. I want to hit my, yo. In the morning, hit my kid. In the evening, hit my kid. Slap my kid. Slap my kid. I'ma slap your kid. Slap that. I'ma slap back. Slap kids, slap them on a Snapchat. Yo, snap with a knapsack. Slap your kid in the back of the neck with a knapsack, with a fat sack, knapsack. Yo, hit him in the head with a nutsack for your backpack. Nutsack when you act whack. Yo, baby, get your Mac back. Yo, get your knapsack up beside your head, making it a whack back. Give a wax to the wax in your back neck. I don't care, baby, chickens and the flat sticks, and the flank stick, motherfucking take necks. Get slapped with a big text. Get hit with a Maylex. Man, you gotta shit, take some Maynex. Mayonnaise on the neck. Ew, man. I ain't licking no mayonnaise off your goddamn neck, man. I ain't licking mayonnaise off this neck, man. You cray, man. I ain't licking no mayonnaise, man. I ain't licking no mayonnaise, man. Yo. I ain't licking no... What the fuck? The fuck is it? What the fuck? Get it, what the fuck is it? What the fuck is that? I mean, get it, get the fuck. Get the fuck, what the fuck is that? Get it with the fuck, that, get it with the get. Bacon neck, get it with the neck, coated plated with your bacon neck. Yo, what's next? Check your bacon necks, bacon with your mayo, with your straight up fucking bacon neck. Bacon, lettuce, tomato on your neck, BLT neck. Yo, you got some bread? I'ma slap your neck in between that bread. You got a BLT head. You BLT neck, got some bacon on your neck, big bacon on your neck. Bacon on your neck, big bacon, a fake, a fake, bacon, a fake, a fake, bacon, a bacon, a big bacon, a fake. Bacon the farm with the bacon the rum. Bacon with the shaker with the bacon the palm. Wanna shake it with my bacon the trunk. With the bacon all like on slap in the trunk. Slap a bacon on a bacon the trunk. Kill this big pig with a bacon the pump. Kill a big pig with a pump in the shunt. Put him in the back of the motherfucking truck like bacon on bacon on bacon. I got bacon for bacon for bacon. I got bacon for days, bacon on bacon, bacon on bacon, bacon on bacon. Ladies and gentlemen, this summer, a new hit, Bacon on Bacon by Minnesota Viking.
Bacon on bacon, you know what I mean? Hey, this is Minnesota Silver Roll, Bacon on bacon, yo, we fucking taking. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, we all about bacon. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, about bacon on bacon. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm all about bacon. Lettuce, tomato, and bacon. I'm all about bacon. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm all about bacon and bacon. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know? Hey, you know about bacon? Hey, you know, that's my cousin Cinnamon Silver Roll. Hey, you know, bacon necks, bacon roll. Hey, you know, bacon roll. Hey, you know, bacon roll. Hey, you know, hey, there I go with a bacon roll. Oh my God, I'm gonna save your soul with a big old bacon roll. Will I save your soul with a bacon roll? Hey there, man, hey, you know, and I'll save your fucking soul with a bacon roll. With a motherfucker bacon roll. I'm gonna save your soul with a bacon roll. Yeah, man, you don't know? I don't know, but I do not know. I'm gonna save your soul with a motherfucking bacon roll. You know? Hey, man, you know? Get a bacon roll, you know? Hey, I wanna give a big shout out to these special people. Mr. Bo Nose. Shout out to the new member, Bo Nose. Shout out to Bird 2393, the one and only Bird. Shout out to Lorenzo 214. Shout out to Ron Booth. Shout out to John Treadway, Life and Gaming. Shout out to LUNIC. Shout out to Justin the Sausage. Also, shout out to Maya Nickel. Shout out to Ray Rollins. Shout out to Jabber Broadcasting, Jabber Podcasting. Jimmy Jabber. Jim Jab, he's gone. He left us, though. Jabroni Jabber, he left us. He's getting some quality tainting. Joey, I miss you too, Booby. See you soon. Shout out to you and everything you do. Shout out to the new crew on the Patreon crew. Shout out to you and you and you. Ron Booth and John Treadway too. Shout out to Lorenzo and Birdman too with the Bo Nose and Lunatic. Yo, Justin Sausage and my dick, yo. Yo, you all my family. If you want my paternity, get my head an entry and a century. A gold flow, yo, yeah, oh no. Fuck, oh fuck. Alright, anyway.
Guys, thank you for joining me on this little Can We Talk. We are going to be doing either Bloodline or a Filthy Game Room very soon. So look for that on here as well, coming up very soon. And like I said, shout out to all those people, man, the new members, and shout out to all of our old members as well. You make the Foul Mouths Patreon fucking awesome, dude. I mean, I don't know what, honestly, man, you guys are fucking unbelievable, man. Especially the Patreon people. Even some of the people that are not on the Patreon, they're unfucking believable too. Like some of the people, we have people that donate to us that are not on our Patreon. You know, and I'm like, hey, for $1, you could be on our Patreon. Like, if you donate to me, I'll just give you the fucking whatever videos you want, if you want any, you know? But yeah, man, so like, I highly fucking really appreciate the fuck out of it, man. And all the guys do too, because it was like a little surreal that, we were at WrestleMania for something that we do on the internet, you know, that the people on the internet put us there, like sent us there. It was surreal a little bit. You know, it was very humbling. It really was. It was very humbling. I paid for dinner that night we were there. I told the guys I want to pay for the hotel room, I want to pay for the tickets, and I want to pay for dinner for all of us. And that is on the donations. All of that is donation. And it was. And I actually did it. I paid for the dinner. I paid for the room. I paid for the tickets. I didn't pay for it. Foul Mouths did. You guys did. I just transferred the money over. So, big shout out to all you guys. Thank you for letting us do that, man, yesterday. Anybody and everyone who has ever donated us, even if it's been $1 your whole life, or it's $100, man. Thank you guys so fucking much, man. Every single one of you guys, man. It really was humbling that you guys let us go to WrestleMania and that you actually gave us the opportunity to do something with this channel. And next time, if we ever do something like that again, I will do it even greater, and I will guarantee that I will bring more than just a cell phone with me so I can document it. But there will be a video out probably tonight that is all footage from WrestleMania, and you will enjoy it. It's 20 minutes long, so look for that as well on the Patreon tonight. Matter of fact, I think the video is ready to go, so it will be loaded up very, very soon if you do hear this first. If you don't hear this first and you saw the other video, I hope you enjoyed it, because it was pretty epic shit. We got a lot of fun footage in it and all that shit. So, but yeah, so look for that too on the Patreon pretty soon, which I think it will be like very soon, because I think it's done, like I said. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me, man, today, and God bless you guys. I hope you guys are having a good fucking Thursday. And tomorrow is Friday night. It's the Monetize This night. I won't be there. I have work Saturday really early again. Even earlier than we normally go in, you know, which sucks. So, but we will be around Saturday night for Insomniac. And we will also be covering hockey on Sunday. And we also got Game of Thrones coming back that we're going to be doing on the channel, a Game of Thrones review. Directly following Game of Thrones, whatever episodes are left, I think 8 episodes or 7, we will be coming on directly after every single episode with our recap and review of Game of Thrones, which should be really fucking fun to do. And it's the last 8 episodes, so we're going to go out with a bang and have a lot of fun. So come and join us for that very soon. We got the rap battle. Actually, it's not a rap battle this year. It's more of a talent competition. Got the roast coming up. Got a lot coming up, guys. And thank you very much for everybody being here. And I love you guys, man. I really, truly do, man. And I wouldn't be shit without my family and you guys, man. I wouldn't be shit without you guys. And I know that. And I'm humbled. And I am very humbled. So if there's anybody who appreciates the fuck out of it, it truly is me. Because I had shit in my life. Nothing. I've had nothing in my life, okay? Nothing. And I have a beautiful family now and such great fucking supportive people in my life. It's fucking surreal sometimes. So, peace out, everybody.
I've been working for so long, but I really got my hair with my hair gone. Yeah, pulling soul through. Yo, pulling soul through his little dick hole. What you know, ho? You gotta dig go. I ain't into the interchangeable, sex interchangeable and derangeable. Yo, I'm fucking half man and half derangable and half drain and changeable. Yo, you ain't a fucking salad, asshole.